So the objective here is just to play around with the suspense list around these React suspense components. So that's what I'm going to do right here. We're going to add a React.suspense list right there, and we're going to get upset at our editor here. There we go. And we're going to wrap it around the whole thing. So all of these suspense components, and then we'll just save that and take a look at the result. Yeah, no change whatsoever. And that's actually the default behavior. So if you don't specify a reveal order for this, then you're not going to get any difference. So if reveal order is undefined, basically, then no difference at all from the default behavior. But let's go ahead and specify together as our reveal order. We'll come over here and say mu, and all of these just kind of hang out until the last one is ready to go, and then they'll all reveal together. That actually looks kind of okay because then we don't have things bouncing around all over the place. But what were to happen if this took like 5 seconds to load on the left nav? Then we're just, hanging around, twiddling our thumbs until finally it loads. There we go. Yeah, so not a super awesome experience. I probably wouldn't recommend that for this specific experience. So let's try another one. There's also a forwards here. And let's take a look at what happens there. So we go Pikachu, we get that one comes first, and then, the rest of these come in actually in the exact same order that they came in before. So both for forwards and for backwards, there is a built-in behavior where the suspense boundaries that will have the reveal order of backwards or forwards will only be applied to direct children. And so if there's anything in between the suspense list and the suspense boundaries, they will not get that suspense list of forwards or backwards, and they'll behave just as they would without a suspense list at all. If you wanted to continue this reveal order of forwards and backwards, then you could say react.suspense list right here and just compose these things together. And again, my editor doesn't like that very much, so we'll just fix that. And then we can say reveal order is forwards, and it needs to be forwards with an S. And then we can say mu, and this is backwards. So we're going to get a forwards experience, all of those load in, and then the top one can load in. And if we make this navbar load for longer, so if we say 2500 milliseconds, then we can see Charizard. These will load in a forwards experience, and then that one will load in afterward because it's backwards. Okay, so that's kind of a funny experience though. So we're going to change this to forwards. And we'll leave this one as forwards. And then actually, let's go ahead and nest this again. So we'll have a React suspense list. And we'll put those in here. And we'll put these two with a reveal order of together. And just see how that looks. So now we get forwards for that one. And it looks like that is taking forever. So let's put this back here to 500 milliseconds. There we go. Now that loads in, and this loads in, and then those two will load together. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the tail prop here. Let's start out with hidden, and then we'll go Pikachu, and yeah, no loading spinners, probably not awesome. Let's try collapsed here, and we'll go Charizard. We get one loading spinner there, and then we get all the normal spinners there. And that is because collapsed only applies to the boundaries that are direct children here as well. So we can also add a tail of collapsed here. And then we can go mu, we get one there, and then one here, and then we get both of those there. And if we wanted to see how that all worked together, we can get rid of the suspense list here, and we'll see one there, and then one for each one of those. But I like the way that it was before, so we're going to just leave these in here, and we'll call it a day. In review, all that we did here was play around with the React suspense list. Every situation is going to be different, and you're going to want to play around with the different timings on how long each one of these things is going to take to load, to determine what the best reveal order and tail for each one of these components is going to be. But I think that it's really awesome that we have the ability to coordinate suspending components for things like our entire layout, as well as giant lists of things. And another good example of a place where a suspense list would make sense, especially the reveal order of backwards, which may feel kind of weird, like they just added that for fun. But no, they didn't just add that for fun. That is built for a chat application where everything loads from the bottom to the top, and so you want the reveal order for that to be backwards. So a lot of granular power here with the suspense list to coordinate these suspending components.